is going on, water signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. This is going to be for November 23rd, 2018, which is this Friday here today. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Oh, Two of Pentacles. Huh. Well, okay then. Huh. What the hell is going on? Oh, jeez. Two of Swords, guys. Underneath that is the Two of Cups. I had a feeling this was going to be about a relationship. But I was just trying to see. Hopefully not. Somebody has to make a decision. And they already know the answer. That's the thing. The situation is that somebody already knows the answer. It's just kind of like stalling for time. That's the problem. I think someone is really trying to gather up the strength and the courage to say what they really need to say about how they truly feel. They've been keeping it to themselves a little bit. You know, before they were trying to genuinely understand what the hell they feel. But now they know how they feel. They are very aware of that. I feel like, of course, since I'm reading for water signs, I'm seeing that you guys are really the people that are having to make this decision and express yourself. But it's hard. It's hard to do, right? Because this is a big ass decision. This is about two people, I think. This is about two people involved in that situation. Typically, I don't like I don't talk about third party situations. Not because I don't like them, and I'm like, oh no, nobody must be in this. I'm gonna be delusional. No, it's not that. Because I find that a lot of clients that I've talked to, they're in so many, third party situations, and they get really devastated by it, and they get really hurt, or they get really amped up, and it's like, I mean, we all have a situation where it's complicated, and it's totally understandable, and it's like, we got to accept the situation as complicated as it is, and not judge it, right? So, I mean, when I say third-party situation, I don't want to say that to make someone feel anxious, like if this person is like, totally, not dealing with another person, because they very well could be. This could be just weighing the options about how they want to proceed forward. If this is something they want to continue to pursue, right? We can always take it there, but it doesn't always have to be a third party situation when cards like this come up, right? And I feel like considering that this is this is talking about relationships. Just because just there's people out here that do have third-party situations, and they are very aware of the other person and all that, as well as somebody trying to just make a basic decision about how they want to expand. So really what I mean is that I don't want to say third-party situation to make the people that probably are not in a third-party situation at all, anxious, thinking that maybe that, that's what's happening. You, of course, have to trust your own intuition with that, because everybody's situation is different. Just like I just said, the Two of Pentacles is juggling also options, not necessarily options in regards to people, but more of obviously investments and time and work and different ideas per se. But they're trying to make a decision that they feel is of great value to them. It doesn't always have to be another person. Okay, so that said, there is this answer that somebody knows what the answer is. And I say, with the Two of Swords, the thing I always say about the Two of Swords, y'all, is that there isn't really the problem. The problem isn't about making a decision. I feel like the situation is this, right? Because if this person took off the blindfold that they've got here and seeing what was going on, they would know exactly what the hell their truth would be. There would be no doubt about it. Which sword would apply to the situation? They would know. Right? But I feel like the situation is this. It's like, it's still a tough decision to make. It's still a tough thing to walk your talk, to walk that truth, to use it. It's still very difficult. And I feel like the situation is super intense. Even though the moon isn't coming up, I kind of can sense this intensity. Because even though this option is a really big option for this person, right, it's still a very scary move to commit to it, right? To be like, all right, this is it. This is my truth. This is mine. Because this, you see, the person that has these two swords eventually has to pick the sword of their choice, right? So Now, this can indicate a lot of things, right? It could be this is the most, a third-party situation. Some people, this is about how to move forward in a relationship if they're having difficulties. For some people, this could be about just being honest about how they truly feel about someone. Maybe they know how they feel. Maybe it was just kind of distraction because they didn't really want to look at that. They didn't want to be vulnerable, and that is the very thing that got them to realize the feelings they have for someone is way more intense than they realize. Way more intense than they're willing to show. Because here in the Hermit, I do genuinely believe this person was thinking some things through, really trying to understand themselves. And I feel like as well as healing some things regarding to their inner child, right? Making some amends, forgiving of not just the people that have hurt them in the past, but forgiving themselves and the situation so they can be able to start a new beginning. Because after the Hermit, what do you have? The Wheel of Fortune, which is a new beginning. And I feel like this has definitely opened this person up. Definitely open this person to accept love, to feel love for themselves, to feel love around them, to be able to control their emotions in the sense of, absolutely knowing exactly what they feel. And this is a highly intuitive energy here that we got going on here. Entirely intuitive person, if this is you guys, which I really feel like is you, water signs, right? I feel like there was just like, let's be honest, you're looking at the details, very, healing those things. And now you're out of it, you're like, I know exactly how I feel. I know what I want. I know exactly what my heart wants to do. And I feel like this part that is holding you back may be the unknown, right? The thing that you don't know, which is how the other person feels. And I was just talking about this with other signs, actually, is that we always, I get a lot of clients too that ask me about how the other person feels. And I'm like, guys, what does that matter, right? Why does it matter if the person of your interest, what does it matter about how they feel before you actually try to see where it goes? Because for all we know, you as well as the other person could be doing the same thing. Because what do we got here that indicates mirrors, guys? It indicates the same thing. The Two of Cups. This person not only feels the same way, but they could be doing the same thing. They could be, right? The possibility of it is very high when the Two of Cups comes out. This person could be doing the exact same thing you're doing, trying to make sense of how they felt, may have already, and they're holding it back because they don't know how you feel. They don't know if they're going to get rejected. They're not sure if you're going to get cut, if you're going to get sliced, if you're going to get rejected. They don't know. Or accepted. Who knows, right? This could be a Libra that you're seeing. But the point of it all is, right? It's like, I feel like both of you guys are holding your emotions in, kind of using a little bit of distracting tactics to yourself a little bit, because you're worried about what the turnout could be, because you don't know how someone feels. But the thing is about love, the thing about feeling, and the reason why I'm so adamant about, no, don't worry about that, is because if you truly love them, if you truly feel for them, it's unconditional. Going into love, going into a situation, knowing how you feel isn't going to change based off their answer, based off of their decision. That's not going to matter. That's why your emotion is so important. That's why knowing that, understanding what you're trying to get out of a situation, right? Are you trying to say that you enjoy their company, that you love them? Because if so, it doesn't matter if they love you back or not. You love that person. Right? Just think about everybody that's got family issues, right? People that say that they hate each other. That other person may have kept trying to build that relationship. The other person keeps rejecting it. That person still loves that family member, even though that family member doesn't ever want to see them again. It's very similar. And it hurts to hear that. It hurts to feel that. But that love never goes away, because it doesn't matter if they give it back to you or not. You have it, and it's there, and there's no decision whether or not you can, there's no decision. That's why the lovers can't be a choice. Because when you love something, it can't go. It doesn't leave. It doesn't have a condition. It doesn't have a if, and, or but. It's not a math problem. It's abstract. It doesn't have it. It doesn't make sense. So, if in order for you to truly know how someone feels, I would highly suggest not getting a tarot reading. I would talk to them about it instead. the Queen of Swords, right? That's in your future. Conversations, communication. She's great at those things. But she comes from her own her own stance and what her own truth is. And I feel like you guys know your truth already. You know how you feel. Right? And the whole Two of Pentacles is like, you're just, you know, I feel like it's a stall for time, because it's, you know, even though you know how you feel about this person, it still doesn't negate the fact that you still have to face something in regards to not being sure of what the outcome will really turn out to be. But you have to trust your intuition, but also understand that no matter what happens, it's not going to destroy you. You've overcome so much with the Hermit. And I don't think this person's going to reject you, in my opinion. But if they do, you love yourself as enough to know that your love for them is not going to, their rejection for you, right, is not going to destroy you. The King of Cups is the master of his emotions. Why? Because he loves himself even when people don't accept him. You know how many people have rejected him in his life? Maybe think about it. The King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Pentacles. Well, maybe not the King of Pentacles, but the King of Wands, the King of Swords. Maybe they feel like he's too emotional. They can't be friends with him. And he's tried to be friends with them. And he's expressed to their friends, you know, his love for their, you know, for them as a people and how they must understand that. Maybe they don't accept him for that. Maybe they make fun of him or whatever. But those emotions are still there. He still loves those people deeply and emotionally. He loves them, even though they may have hurt him several times. But it's not because he's a weirdo and he's pathetic and all that. It's because no matter who they show their true selves are, right? No matter who they are, those feelings that he has for them are genuine, because because he's accepting of them, right? So it's a deep one. It's a hard one, and it's definitely one I would definitely say, yes, go with how you feel. But be honest with yourself about those things, about how you feel. And if this is basically about a decision about how to, about moving forward, but even taking someone's hand in marriage even. Because I do see justice as a card of marriage, not just divorce. Alright? Even if this is a divorce, it's still a hard decision. But either way, right? You have to kind of come from a place where, either, whatever option is not going to affect you, because you already know that you are okay, that you'll be okay after. Big one, man. So justice is your goal and ambition, right? We're just talking about taking accountability. Talks about balancing the scales, give and take. Making amends, forgiveness, apologies, endings and beginnings, Not necessarily endings or beginnings, but it's binding. It can be binding. It can be like amending, But it's never the end. It's usually the balancing of the scales, correcting some things, or righting some things that you feel in yourself isn't straightened out. An outstanding payment. Think about it like that, or an outstanding balance. And then leveling it back to zero. So I feel like not only is, if you want to gain some sort of balance, you have to kind of give a little bit to it. There's a piece of you that has to take accountability. Not that you haven't. I don't think it's like, oh no, you haven't taken accountability. No, it's more of like, you may have to say something. You may have to, be aware of something. But don't let someone else's emotions be the deciding factor. Focus on your own, because that's really what you should be focusing on. The right person will come. And I feel like this person isn't going to do that, because this is a projected future. So who knows what's to come. Wow. And you guys have nurture all you love. Coming from a place of unconditional love. Coming from a place of just pure love, man. Nurture and take care of yourself. Take care of your dreams, your wants, your desires. Because all you can do is, is not necessarily maintain, but to show love, to give love. And that's the thing, right? It's asking you to give love right now. And I feel like that love may, can't be reciprocated, but you have to take a chance. And I know it's a sensitive spot, and I know it's so tight, it's difficult, but trust me, you are braver than you realize. Alright, you guys. This has been your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a giveaway. If you guys want to participate, you can comment in the description box below, or you can post a video, or post the link to a video of your choice that you enjoy, and tag me in that post so I can definitely log you into the giveaway. Either option, or doing both options, don't necessarily liken your chance of winning the deck of cards, because I'm going to be giving, they're going to be random. But there are definitely ways to participate to get into it. If you don't want to, just comment. If you want to post on Facebook or whatever, right? Or Instagram or Twitter, right? It doesn't matter. But yes, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.